I thought it'd be quite a good idea to give you an explanation as to what's going on here, like a prologue, if you will. This body of work that hopefully you're about to work your way through is all born from problems that I felt that I needed to address as a guitarist. I'd already been playing for like 15 years or something like that, and I didn't consider myself a bad player, but I knew that that all was not well in paradise. There were problems all to do really with not knowing the neck well enough. Things like freezing in the middle of a solo, maybe even bluffing my way through until the neck showed itself to me, or moving away from a certain area. And yeah, I thought enough is enough. This is time that I learnt the neck properly. Now it's easy to think that you know your scales quite well, and people sometimes seem to get a different hat on when they're practicing scales, or talking about practicing scales. It's like you've got to do this. I mean, what's that done really? I mean, yeah, obviously you're going to get something out of it. You're playing a major scale. What about this? The fingering's exactly the same. We know this as guitarists. So in fact, what's going on here is just a muscle memory, which isn't a bad thing. You know, you're getting something out of it, but it's the easiest thing about the guitar, and the hardest thing about the guitar. And there has to be a way of learning those scales properly without just relying on the muscle memory. And I found that the way to do it is to restrict the areas that you play, breaking the guitar up into 5 fret sections. I also felt that there were problems developing with arpeggios, namely root bias, or always playing from the root, which although it can get you through, it's kind of dictating what's going to happen musically in certain areas of your soloing. To illustrate what I mean, I would never play a solo like this, but I'll play the arpeggios from All the Things You Are with root bias fully intact. See what I mean? It's addressing the harmony, but it's not music. It's not even close to being music. It's a pretty horrid kind of exercise, really. So I kind of felt that there had to be a way of linking up arpeggios and scales without playing them in a kind of mechanical fashion. I guess all I really wanted was to be able to play solos on the guitar without feeling that I was hitting dead spots, or having to move away to more familiar territory. To always know that there was just like zones of activity in which I had language that I could just sort of call on it at any sort of point. And I think I'm a lot more there now than I was through studying in this way. Perhaps I'll just play a little improvisation over a standard, just to show you how it looks to be able to move about without worrying too much where you are. Nice and slow. This is all about just slipping in and out of the positions. This is over There'll Never Be Another You. So hopefully you can see from that expert demonstration there how it's possible to not really be that worried about where you are on the guitar, and hopefully that's enough incentive for you to have a good look at all the stuff that I've got prepared on this little course. Is this a course? It might be a course. Now, it should be noted, and you've got to bear in mind that this is not a complete solution. This is just a bunch of exercises that you should use in tandem with everything else. I mean, learning tunes, which is probably the most important thing. Learn the repertoire. Repertoire is virtually everything. With transcribing other people's solos, find out what the hell they're doing, and of course listen to the music. I've lost count of the amount of times that I talk to people and I ask what their favourite jazz record is. You know, people that might come to me for a lesson. I ask them what their favourite jazz record is, and they can't answer me. They haven't got an answer. And I think it's really important to develop really close relationships with a record. Actually buy a record or a CD or something like that. You know, not just a quick whiz through on streaming or something like that. You know, really learn to love a record. And that in itself gives you the incentive to want to play, to emulate something, to have something there that you really want to achieve. So yes, all of this works in tandem with everything else that you're doing. It's not the be all and end all. So don't let it get you down. Enjoy. All right.